Okay, hey everyone. Adrian, did we ever address the environment files and the git ignore files?
Multiple times. What do you mean? Which one? Which repository?
Well, I mean, have we placed them somewhere else permanently, or are they still floating around in GitHub and accessible in GitHub?
Not that I know of. I think that everything has been put on git ignore. There are some secrets that are still in the back end repository that needs to be put in the .env and put in git ignore.
Okay. Just something that's not a problem now, but we want to make sure we don't continue to let things be in the wrong location.
Agreed.
That was a really old comment that was just sitting there. But it'll be sitting there in the future too. We'll take one of these days to clean it up. Do we know Wasim yet? All right, let's get Wasim and Kerman to at least go over a segment as well. So I believe everyone who was here, everyone's already aware of the wiki, how we're using the wiki section for documentation instead of Notion, because it's just very convenient. And just another reminder for everybody to, if you made any pull requests in the last few days and they haven't been merged successfully, make sure you fetch, rebase your branches, resolve conflicts, and just the develop branch for the website was updated. So this is sort of the last reminder to make sure you do that. Well, probably have to keep it around because we still have to tell Ernest. We'll just have to update Ernest like all on his own on a bunch of stuff. And nobody knew what that, well, for Wasim, yeah, Wasim, one of the changes in the GitHub is that there's no Arch backend and there's no TernKey backend. TernKey, Arch, and the website, all of the backends are in one repository just called the backend now. So that was the biggest change in GitHub.
Yeah, let me note it down. What Arch backend?
The Arch, TernKey, and website are all of the backend is in one repository that's just called backend. Now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Oh yeah, so Adrian, could you speak to what you meant about the error laundry list that you said you delegated to Sangeet? I want to get Kerman in here for Wasim.
Yeah. So basically what I saw on TernKey was a laundry list of errors when I run the command npm run build. So, and I checked on GitLens if who I needed to reach out to, and it seemed like it involved like several developers. So I asked Sangeet if he could take the lead and see if he can resolve the conflicts that involved his work, And then two, maybe reach out to the people that involve the other errors, or resolve it himself if he can do it. And I think that's what he as well. You want to expand on what you're doing right now? I'll let you do the Scrum, Gary.
Well, yes, Sangeet, do you have an update for that, for those errors?
No, I didn't start working on that, but I might start working on it today actually. So I need
Okay.
to just check about the errors and just take like to what are the things that who are the developers who I need to just reach out, or sometimes I might need to I might not need to just reach out to these developers because some are just very pretty minor errors, like just some kind of type errors, like so I can resolve it. That's not a big problem. But at some cases, I might need to just reach out to these developers because I don't know how the functionality responses or something right now, right?
Right. Like if you think about apostrophes or any other like linting issues that are minor, that's fine. But if you need dependencies for use effects that you don't know about because you didn't write the function, then yes, you do have to reach out.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Also, just a note, everyone, since we are implementing this npm run build inside our repositories, it's going to take a little bit of time. So just be patient with us so that we're all on the same page once this npm run build is up and running and everybody is up to date with it.
Okay, so let's go over Kerman and Wasim here so we can get them started and out right away. So one thing Kerman shared with me was this sort of deployment strategy we were talking about. Automating pull requests for the develop branch for all the repositories and setting up staging and anything else that we need to through deployment. Also, just sort of wanted to get an idea of the whole pre-commit Husky and automated linting setup. So Kerman and I just went through this flow diagram real quick about what it looks like to go through develop, no conflicts, yada yada, all tests pass and everything. And Kerman, you said that Wasim was going to need to create subdomains for the develop branch. And we want to avoid, we don't want to do whatever's going to cost us extra money. But if there's anything that we can do that isn't going to cost us extra money, then we'd like to do that. So Kerman, if you want to go ahead and explain this stuff here.
Like we already set the workflows for all the repositories. Only thing we have to add is like we have to add develop and stage environment on cloud to push the branches and check the application status, that is it working or not. First, it will go to the develop, and in the develop, the developers will check about the program is running or not on their subdomain, and then it will go to next staging environment. On staging environment, the UAT and other team will check the application, and then if everything passes from develop and stage, then the last pipeline will trigger for deploying the production, the main.
I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
Are you finished, Kerman?
Yes. Again.
My question is this automated from, let's say, if we do develop deploy, that's automated, and if it passes, it goes to stage deploy, and then when it passes, it goes to production deploy, which is a whole pipeline, right? Is that automated so that it goes all the way to production deploy all at the same time? If I update develop branch?
No, it will not be fully automated. Like for pushing into the main, you might need the approve and other things because that is the critical thing. But we can automate from develop stage by GitHub Actions or using the GitHub Copilot.
Okay. Yeah, I was just concerned that what if I like everything passes in develop and it goes to stage, but it looks like crap or it's missing something, and the errors don't show up like visually through the pipeline, and then it it automatically goes to production. We don't want that.
Yeah, this what happened.
Okay. All right. That was just what I was just curious about.
Can I add something?
Absolutely.
At the end, this phenomena I suggested before, as currently we have only one environment, that is our live environment, and the development also happening on same environment, as we have only one environment that is live, right?
Right.
And I suggested split it in different environments. Let's assume it's stage environment. You remember?
Yes.
In stage, this is not a good practice that everyone add some commit or add some code and then deploy without testing on live environment, and we get some bugs, right? So
Yeah.
I suggested that we need to introduce new environment that would be stage environment. Every developer first push his code to stage environment, QA test on stage environment, and after stable release, after complete testing, the stage environment move to production environment. That's the thing we work normally in our development. But the constraint thing is, as Gary also informed me, there is cost constraint at this time. The splitting of environment will cost us 2 times of our current cost.
Yeah.
So I postponed this idea, and and we also not have any end user register on our servers, and that's why I postponed that this idea. And once we get some user interaction on our end user interaction on our server, then we definitely would move to this splitting of environment.
I don't know if you were there for the meeting that we had, but we were thinking instead of putting the staging branch on GCP, we're thinking of putting it on something minor like Vercel, like just like an individual, company that does things for individual developers. So it shouldn't cost as much. Were you there for that meeting at all?
Sorry, can you repeat? I missed.
Oh, that's okay. So one meeting, we were thinking of deploying the staging branch onto something like Vercel. as opposed to Google Cloud Platform, so we could save some money on it instead, and also still have a staging platform so that we can see it online.
Not, I didn't attend that meeting, I guess.
Oh, okay. So I think that kind of takes care of your concern about the cost of that. I mean, we haven't moved forward with it yet because it does still cost some money, if not if a free
Yeah,
trial.
give me just for a cost. We can manage it in same servers that we have, but the thing is the performance of the server get depreciated once we installed stage environment on same server. So I vote we will create a complete new servers for stage environment. That's fine. I don't think so. That's the good time, as we are, we should focus on our, development, and so end user can, interact with our server, and we give some value. That is, we have plan, get this plan.
But do you think
Yeah.
do you think that it is suggested, or do you suggest to have the staging branch on a different server on Google Cloud Platform, or so can we have it on a company like Vercel or a website like Vercel?
Yeah, Vercel is nothing, nothing new, but we have, in our GCP we manage all the things, customize things. We use all customized things. We normally install all dependencies by installing npm install, npm run build. We manage web server. We manage we all things to ourselves. The Vercel is some automation tool. That's nothing. It behind the scene, it use automatically all things but we are using.
Absolutely.
And for staging, it also cost on Vercel as well.
Okay.
All right, so we'll save it for another time. We'll still just prepare for a GCP.
We will definitely move on this these scenarios. We will set up staging. We will set up develop, but after some release, or after some are considerable interactions of end user to our server.
Yep. For now, we'll just use them as GitHub, just as getting used to for GitHub, implementing the automated testing in between. But we'll avoid the servers for now. Okay, sounds good, fellas. Thanks, Wasim and Kerman, for that input there. Just before you go, Wasim, I know you have to create some documentation for this for Manun.
Yeah.
The GC, finding out the GCP costs.
Yeah.
And
we have, yeah, carry on.
Yep. Other that, and then also making sure that we block TernKey in China. And just those two as on the background. Yes. We'll delete that for now. Okay, so Kerman and Wasim, you two are good to go. Thank you. We're gonna get into the rest of Scrum now. Just go over some updates.
Thanks.
Guys.
Thank you. I will compile my document before 31st of December, and for blocking IPs TernKey from China, I will do some R&D. Might be we have some configuration on GCP, so we can block the China from our by clicking on single setting on GCP. I need to
Understood.
do some R&D. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right. JP, what's your update for us? What did you do yesterday? What are you doing today?
Well, yesterday made a pull request for number 17, the disable for authentication. Yeah, and today I will try again to make um to make a solution for the nested components. Yeah, but I talked to Maxim that maybe he will make this, but yeah, I will also try.
Okay. What's that component exactly? Do you know what JP's talking about, Maxim?
Yes, we discussed it yesterday. It needs to be to restructure the bit. That's no problem.
Okay. And
Did you-
Jomar's not making it today. He just said, just a quick update. He just said he completed number 26, task number 26, and he's starting a new one today. That's all from Jomar. But go ahead, Adrian.
I just wanted to know specifically which page that is. Just a little note in my head.
The component.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on the website, the editable component.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that part has for the 2FA it has to be the editable component need to be called twice in a single form, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay. How about you, Chris? What did you do yesterday, and what are you doing today?
It's been super busy the past couple days, so I didn't have a whole lot of time. I'm running into a login issue that I'm working through with Manon, and hopefully I'm able to finish that GitHub issue today.
Got it. All right. And Manon, any updates from you, or?
Yeah, I'm working on Arch functions. I will be completing that functions by 5. So I will update the branch.
Okay. And Sangeet, you'll be working on those errors today?
Yes.
Okay. And Maxim, anything noteworthy from you, or just steady goes? What are you working on now? Are you still working on breakpoints, or are you working on
Still breakpoints, and I'm trying to reuse common values over the pages. I want to extract them into a global CSS file, something like this. Paddings, margins.
Yeah, let's make sure to make the website high functioning and very repeatable, something that we can it's going to allow for very easy maintenance in the future. But then let's also make sure that we're doing pull requests as often as we can,
Okay.
so that we avoid any issues down the line.
Okay.
But all right, fellas, any other comments, questions, concerns before we wrap up Scrum? Nope. All right, guys. Well, talk later. Definitely got our work cut out for us, so I'll let everybody get to it. But thanks everyone. Talk tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.